From the moment she appeared on television as a bright and curious little girl, Zoey Klein captured the hearts of millions. Fans of the little couple watched her grow up, cherished her milestones, and followed her journey as the daughter of Dr. Jennifer Arnold and Bill Klein. But today, the world witnesses a brand new chapter. Zoey Klein is no longer just the little girl we met years ago. She's a young woman, deeply in love, newly engaged, and expecting her first child. Yes, you heard that right. After secretly dating her boyfriend Zach for the past year, Zoey is stepping boldly into adulthood. Their engagement has been confirmed. Their wedding date is set for January 5th, 2026, and just as breathtaking, Zoey's parents have gifted the couple a brand new home, worth $800,000. This is more than just a love story. It's a story of growth, resilience, and family. And in this video, we'll take you inside Zoey Klein's journey, her secret romance with Zach, the emotional engagement, the joy of pregnancy, and the legacy of love her parents continue to pass on. Get ready, because this isn't just news. This is Zoey's new beginning. To understand the depth of today's milestone, we have to go back to where it all began. Zoey Klein's story started far away from the bright lights of television. Born in India and adopted by Jennifer Arnold and Bill Klein in 2013, Zoey entered their lives, and soon after, millions of living rooms, as part of TLC's beloved show, The Little Couple. Audiences quickly fell in love with her infectious laughter, sharp wit, and gentle spirit. She wasn't just the daughter of Jennifer and Bill. She became the daughter of America's hearts. But growing up on TV wasn't always easy. Every birthday, every first day of school, every family milestone, it all unfolded under public eyes. And yet, through it all, Zoey remained grounded, thanks to her parents' guidance and the close bond with her older brother Will. Jennifer Arnold. We always wanted Zoey and Will to know that they're loved beyond measure. Fame isn't important, family is. That philosophy shaped Zoey into the young woman she is today, strong, private, yet filled with warmth. While the world saw snippets of her childhood, what remained behind the cameras was a girl growing with quiet determination, dreaming of a life filled not with cameras, but with love. Every love story has a first meeting, a moment when two lives cross, and nothing is ever the same again. For Zoey Klein and Zach, that moment was quiet, ordinary, and yet extraordinary. It was not a Hollywood set or a glamorous event. It was a Saturday afternoon in a Houston bookstore cafe. Zoey, now a teenager stepping into adulthood, had always loved books. Zach. He loved sketching and often spent weekends there. Their paths collided over something simple, a copy of The Alchemist. Zoey. Oh, sorry, were you reaching for this? Zach. No, go ahead. But it's one of my favorites. You'll love it. And with those few words, something clicked. They started talking. First about books, then about art, and then about life. What began as small talk became an unshakable connection. Zach. I didn't know who she really was at first. I mean, I knew the little couple. But in that moment, she wasn't Zoey Klein from TV. She was just Zoey, and she was real. Genuine. Perhaps that was what Zoey needed most. Someone who saw her beyond the spotlight, beyond the cameras. Zach didn't fall in love with a TV personality. He fell in love with a girl who laughed at silly jokes and got excited about bubble tea after studying. But there was a catch. Zoey wasn't ready to share this new happiness with the world. She'd spent her life under a microscope, every decision questioned, every smile analyzed. And so, she and Zach made a pact. Their love would be private. For now, it would be their secret. For the next year, their dates were quiet, hidden. Walks in less crowded parks. Late-night FaceTime calls. Study sessions that turned into laughter. They built their love away from prying eyes. Brick by brick, word by word, moment by moment. Jennifer says, "We noticed Zoey seemed happier, lighter. At first, we didn't know why. But as parents, you can tell when your child's heart is smiling. Eventually, she told us, and it all made sense." Zoey Klein had met Zach, not with cameras rolling, not with scripts or edits, but in the purest way possible. And that love, kept secret for a year, was about to become the cornerstone of everything to come. Love thrives in the quiet corners of life. For Zoey Klein and Zach, their first year together wasn't about headlines or public displays. It was about whispers, stolen moments, and the safety of secrecy. In a world that had watched Zoey grow up on camera, she now chose to step away from it, guarding her heart and her happiness. For an entire year, their love blossomed away from the spotlight. They went on simple dates, walks in the park, late-night movies on a laptop, long talks about dreams and fears. They created a world that belonged only to them. A world where Zoey wasn't the girl from the little couple, but just a young woman in love. Zoey, I don't want everyone to know yet. I want this to just be ours for a while. Zach, then it's our secret, just you and me. That promise wasn't just about privacy, it was about trust. For Zoey, who had grown up in the glare of public attention, Zach's willingness to wait, to protect their story, meant everything. Of course, parents always notice. Jennifer and Bill saw the changes, Zoey's brighter smile, her eagerness to step out, the quiet confidence in her eyes. Eventually, she told them. Nervously, carefully, she shared the truth about Zach. And instead of judgment, she found support. Bill Klein. She looked at us with those eyes, and I could just tell. This wasn't a passing crush. This was real. And as her dad, all I wanted was to make sure she was safe and happy. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. And with each passing season, their bond grew stronger. Winter walks wrapped in scarves. Spring afternoons filled with blooming flowers. Summer nights driving around the city. Music turned up, windows down. Autumn mornings studying side by side. Every moment stitched itself into the fabric of their love, hidden yet unbreakable. By the end of that year, Zoey knew. This wasn't just a secret love, this was her future. And Zach? He knew too. Which is why he began to plan something that would change their lives forever. After a year of quiet love, hidden glances, and whispered promises, Zach knew it was time. Zoey wasn't just his girlfriend anymore. She was his best friend, his partner, and the woman he wanted to spend forever with. And so, he planned a night she would never forget. It wasn't about grandeur or media spectacle. Zach wanted the proposal to be personal, intimate, something that spoke to who they were. Two young souls who had built their world quietly together. Zoey, what are you up to? This better not be some prank. Zach, trust me, just a little further. And then, in that glowing moment, the world stopped for Zoey Klein. The girl who had grown up in the spotlight, who had once kept her love a secret, now stood at the threshold of a future she never imagined would come so soon. Zach, Zoey, from the day I met you in that bookstore, I knew you were different. You've made me laugh, you've made me stronger, and you've made me believe in forever. Will you marry me, Zoey? Yes, 1,000 times yes. And with that word, yes, everything changed. Their secret love was no longer hidden. It was now a promise sealed under the stars. Jennifer. Oh my goodness, you're engaged. Zoey, my baby girl. Bill Klein. I knew this day would come, but I didn't think it would hit me this hard. Zach, welcome to the family. For Jennifer and Bill, it was more than just their daughter getting engaged. It was a reminder of how far she had come. From a little girl they adopted from halfway across the world, to a confident young woman stepping into her future. And for Zoey, it was the beginning of a brand new chapter, written not in secrecy, but in celebration. But this wasn't the only surprise the world would learn, because Zoey had another piece of news, one even bigger than the ring on her finger. Life has a way of surprising us when we least expect it. For Zoey Klein, the excitement of her engagement had barely settled before she was faced with another life-changing moment. One that would redefine not only her love story with Zach, but her entire future. Zach, hey, are you okay? You sounded different earlier. Zoey, I have to tell you something. You should probably sit down. Zach, Zoey, are you serious? We're going to be parents. Zoey, yes, we're going to be parents. At just the start of their engagement, Zoey and Zach were preparing for the biggest role of their lives, becoming mom and dad. For some, the news might have been overwhelming. But for Zoey, it was a moment of clarity, a realization that love, no matter how unexpected, could grow into something even greater. Zoey, Mom, Dad, you're going to be grandparents. Jennifer, oh my God, Zoey, my baby girl. You're going to be a mother. Bill, well, looks like I'd better brush up on my grandpa skills. For Jennifer and Bill, the news was more than just about becoming grandparents. It was a circle completing itself. Years ago, they had brought Zoey into their family through adoption, promising her a life filled with love and security. Now they were witnessing Zoey step into the same journey of parenthood, carrying forward the love they had given her. Zoey's diary. I'm scared. I'm young, and I don't know if I'm ready. But I also know this. I love this baby already. And with Zach, Mom, and Dad by my side, I think I can do this. Her honesty reflected not just the fears of motherhood, but the courage to embrace it. Pregnancy wasn't part of the original plan, but it was now part of her destiny. Zach, that's our baby. That's our baby, Zoey. And just like that, the reality set in. Zoey Klein was engaged, in love, and soon to be a mother. The journey ahead would not be easy, but it would be filled with family, support, and hope. Zoey's story had already touched millions around the world. But now, a new chapter was beginning. One that would prove love, resilience, and family always find a way to grow. In every parent's heart lies a desire to see their children secure, safe, and loved. For Jennifer Arnold and Bill Klein, this desire went beyond words. When Zoey and Zach announced their engagement, and then their pregnancy, Jennifer and Bill knew it was time to give their daughter a foundation. Not just any foundation, but a home. They searched quietly, carefully. They wanted a place where Zoey and Zach could begin their lives together. A place with space for laughter, for family dinners, for the sound of a baby's first cry. After weeks of searching, they found it. A charming home valued at $800,000, sitting in a neighborhood filled with warmth, safety, and opportunity. Bill, okay, no peeking. You're gonna love this. Zoey, wait, what is this? Jennifer, this is your home. Zoey, no, you didn't. Mom, Dad, this is too much. Bill, Zoey, you're starting a family, and families need a place to grow. This house is our gift to you and Zach. It's not just bricks and walls. It's love. It's our way of saying, you'll never walk this path alone. Zach, this could be the baby's room. Jennifer, I still see her as that little girl we brought home years ago. And now she's starting her own family. Giving her this house felt right. Like passing the torch, like saying, it's your turn to build memories. Sometimes, the greatest gifts are not just material. This wasn't about money. It wasn't about status. It was about love, security, and the belief that Zoey and Zach's journey deserved a safe place to unfold. And so, the house became more than a home. It became a symbol of a daughter's journey, a parent's love, and a future waiting to be written. The ring was on her finger. The baby was on the way. The house was now a home. But there was one more milestone waiting for Zoey Klein and Zach, their wedding day. A day set for January 5th, 2026. A day that would bring together not just two hearts, but two families and a lifetime of memories. For Zoey, choosing a wedding dress was more than just tradition. It was a moment she had dreamed of since she was a little girl. But now, with her mom by her side, it felt real. Zoey, Mom, what if none of these look right on me? Jennifer, Zoey, it's not the dress that makes the bride. It's the love she carries in her heart. And you're glowing already. Jennifer, that's the one. "Oh, Zoe, you look like the woman I always knew you'd become." Bill, "You look good, Zach. Just remember, it's not about how you look. It's about how you love her. That's what makes a marriage last." The couple wanted their wedding to be intimate, family-focused, and filled with meaning. The venue? A garden estate just outside Houston, with twinkling lights, fresh blooms, and a rustic charm that reflected their story. The theme? A blend of elegance and simplicity, where every detail whispered love without shouting extravagance. Zoe, "I want to say my vows right here, under this tree. It feels timeless." Zach, "Then that's where we'll start our forever." It wasn't just Zoe and Zach preparing. It was the whole family. Jennifer wrote her speech late at night, remembering the first day Zoe came home. Bill practiced his words, knowing he would cry. And Will? He was ready to be the teasing older brother, but also the proudest uncle-to-be. Every detail mattered. Not because it had to be perfect, but because it had to be theirs. A day that reflected not just who they were, but the journey that brought them here. And so, the countdown began. January 5th, 2026. The day Zoey Klein, once the little girl we watched grow up, would walk down the aisle and begin her forever with Zach. But with every step closer to the wedding came new challenges, not from within the family, but from the world outside. While Zoey Klein and Zach had built their love quietly, the world outside was not quiet at all. The moment news of their engagement and pregnancy broke, media outlets lit up. Headlines flooded the internet. Fans reacted across social media. And suddenly, their private world was once again thrust under the spotlight. For Zoe, the attention was nothing new. She had grown up in front of cameras, with millions watching her every move. But this time, it was different. This wasn't just about her childhood anymore. This was about her love, her baby, her future. While many fans sent messages of love and congratulations, not everyone was kind. Some questioned her age. Some doubted their readiness. Some even speculated on whether the relationship would last. It was noise. Endless, relentless noise. Zoe, "Sometimes I wish I could just disappear. Just live without everyone watching." Zach, "We can't control what they say, but we can control what we do. And what we do is love each other. That's all that matters." Jennifer, "I hate seeing her stressed. I wanted her to have joy, not pressure." Bill, "Zoe's stronger than she knows. We raised her to handle this. And she's not alone. She's got us. She's got Zach. That's her shield." And while the world speculated, Zoe chose to focus on what mattered most. The family around her, the baby she was carrying, and the man who stood by her side no matter what. Zoe's diary. The cameras can capture our faces. The headlines can write our names, but they will never understand our love. This is ours. This is real. And no one can take that away. In the face of attention, Zoe chose grace. Instead of fighting the headlines, she ignored them. Instead of responding to criticism, she leaned deeper into love. Because at the end of the day, marriage, motherhood, and family aren't lived on magazine covers. They're lived in kitchens, nurseries, and late-night conversations. Yes, the spotlight was bright, but the love inside that home was brighter. And that light, the light of family, would always outshine the noise of the world. Behind every great love story lies the quiet, steady love of family. For Zoey Klein, that love has always come from Jennifer Arnold and Bill Klein, the parents who brought her home, raised her with endless devotion, and now, watch her step into a life of her own. Jennifer. It feels like yesterday. She was just this tiny little girl, so curious, so brave. I used to wonder what her future would look like. And now, here it is, right in front of us. For Jennifer, a physician and mother, the journey was always about more than television. It was about giving Zoe a safe and loving home. And now, as she watches her daughter prepare to become a wife and mother, she feels that circle of love expand. Bill. I remember the first time she called me Dad. My heart just about melted. And now, I hear her talk about Zach, about the baby. And I think, wow, She's grown into someone incredible, someone strong, someone ready. They weren't just watching Zoey's journey. They were part of it, guiding, supporting, lifting her up when doubts crept in. Jennifer offered gentle advice, reminding Zoey that motherhood is about love, not perfection. Dill gave steady reassurance, telling Zach what it means to stand tall as a father and husband. And Will. He made sure to keep everyone laughing, balancing seriousness with humor. Jennifer. I want Zoey to know she doesn't have to be perfect. None of us are. What matters is showing up, loving fiercely, and never giving up on each other. That's what family is. Her words echoed the very values that had shaped Zoey's childhood. Values she would now carry into her own family. Zoey, I don't say this enough, but thank you for everything. For giving me a home, for showing me what love looks like, and for standing by me now. I couldn't do this without you. Dill. You don't have to thank us, Zoey. You've given us the greatest gift already, the chance to be your parents. And now, we get to watch you write your own story. For Jennifer and Bill, pride wasn't in fame or wealth. It was in moments like these, watching their daughter embrace love, face challenges with courage, and step forward with faith in her future. They knew there would be hard days ahead. Parenthood and marriage are never easy. But they also knew Zoey had everything she needed: the love of a good man, the joy of a coming child, and the lessons her parents had instilled in her since the very beginning. Love built this family, and now, love would carry it forward, from one generation to the next. Every story has a beginning, but love stories, they have no end. For Zoey Klein and Zach, their journey has only just begun. From a secret romance to a heartfelt engagement, from the surprise of pregnancy to the gift of a home, from the support of loving parents to the joy of preparing for marriage, every step has led them here, to a future waiting to be written. The days ahead will be full of diapers and sleepless nights, laughter and tears, quiet dinners, and noisy mornings. The wedding will come and go. The headlines will fade. But what will remain is the heart of their story: love. Love that grew in silence. Love that stood strong under pressure. Love that built a future. Zoey, I used to wonder what my future would look like. And now, I don't have to wonder anymore. It's right here, with Zach, with our baby, with our family. Zach, this is just the start, Zoey. Just the start of forever. Their story is no longer just theirs. It belongs to everyone who has cheered Zoey on since childhood, everyone who believes in second chances, in love that grows quietly but shines brightly. On January 5th, 2026, Zoey will walk down the aisle. Her parents will watch with proud tears. Zach will stand waiting, his heart full. And soon after, their child will arrive, a new chapter in the story of the Klein family. From little girl to young woman, from daughter to mother, from a story we all watched unfold to a future she will now create on her own. Zoey Klein's journey is a reminder that love, family, and resilience can transform everything. And as one chapter closes, another begins. This isn't the end. This is only the beginning of Zoey Klein's forever. Zoey and Zach, January 5, 2026. A new life. A new home. A new chapter. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments. More update. Zoey Klein from The Lil Couple has been making headlines lately with several surprising updates. Fans were stunned to see her all-new grown-up look, which shows just how much she has blossomed over the years. Zoey made a statement with her mature style, and many admirers couldn't believe how quickly she is growing up. In another moment that captured attention, young Zoey impressed everyone when she confidently posed on a huge Clydesdale horse, proving her fearless spirit. However, not all news brought smiles. Fans were left horrified after hearing a troubling story connected to Zoey and the Christmas cards, sparking concern and conversation across her community. I will explain everything. The Lil Couple Zoey Klein shocks with all-new look. See her now. Famous Little Couple star Zoey Klein has matured considerably since her TLC debut many years ago. Jen Arnold has just revealed that her daughter has undergone a complete style transformation. So, what's most recent? In the years after her parents, Bill and Jennifer Arnold, adopted Zoey from India, she has accomplished a great deal. In the year 2024, we reach the future when Zoey will reach the legal age of puberty. Jen and Bill will soon be welcoming two teens into their home, following in the footsteps of her brother Will Klein. Even though Jen Arnold has stopped posting new episodes of the little couple to her social media accounts, she still keeps her fans informed. Now that Zoey is starting to find her own identity, her admirers adore following her adventures in art, horseback riding, and other interests. A recent update on Zoey was offered by Jen Arnold with her many admirers of the little couple. Jen claims that Zoey did not do well on an academic exam. What makes this unusual is that it was not an academic test, the kind that one would expect to find in a classroom setting. Zoey Klein apparently did not pass the school's vision test. This meant that, like her mother, Zoey would probably have to start wearing spectacles all the time. Things weren't crystal clear yet. On the other hand, Jen couldn't contain her excitement at the prospect of her daughter, and she could soon be wearing identical accessories. A clear solution to the question of whether Zoey Klein will have to join her mother in the eyeglasses club was just revealed by Jen Arnold in an update. Jennifer Arnold showed her fans of the little couple a quick video of Zoey putting on a pair of spectacles. In front of the mirror, she tried on various frames, sticking out her tongue the whole time. It seemed like Jen had a pleased parenting moment when her daughter tried on glasses. She included the hashtag #JustLikeMom with the new update. It would appear that the mother and daughter will also be sharing a passion for trendy eyeglasses in the future. Having to constantly adjust to wearing glasses is, without a doubt, a change. Adaptation is inevitable, as is everything else in life. However, Jen Arnold has been a glass-wearing rock star for quite some time. This way, Zoey can lean on someone for support while she adjusts to her new style. And if she and her mom ever decide to match, they'll have someone to do it with. Zoey Klein makes statement with grown-up look. Zoey Klein, a famous member of the little couple, gave a bold statement not long ago by flaunting her updated, grown-up style. Go see her right now. If you compare Zoey Klein now to the little girl who Jen Arnold and Bill Klein took home from the hospital, you won't recognize her. As the years go by, Zoey continues to mature and blossom into her own unique self. She has developed a lot since the TLC show has been off the air, according to fans of the little couple. Fans who don't follow Jen Arnold's updates often may notice that there are long periods of time between episodes in which Zoey appears. Since this is the case, individuals are frequently taken aback by her apparent maturity level upon discovering an update. Fans of the little couple may keep up with the family's arrivals and departures through Jen Arnold's social media updates. Fans are raving about the transformation Zoey has undergone after Jen's most recent update. In a recent update that Jen Arnold shared with her legion of the little couple fans, Zoey tried on a number of Jen's gowns. Things took a turn for the worst when Jen started posting pictures of Zoey Klein attempting on her mother's beloved garments. The more Zoey Klein tries on the gowns that Jen Arnold has in her wardrobe, the more grown-up she looks. A fact Jen Arnold frequently mentions that her and Zoey's personal style tastes are strikingly similar. Zoey, in this instance, looked really amazing in her mother's entire attire. Jen Arnold recently shared a social media update, and fans of the little couple couldn't contain their admiration for Zoey Klein's transformation. She has a lot of hobbies, and her fans want to see what she's doing these days. Their favorite Zoey looks are for recently. Zoey has become so mature, according to one viewer of the little couple. And further commenter echoed same feelings, writing, "I recall when you went to retrieve her. Now she's an adult. Zuleika has matured into an exquisite young woman, according to a third TLC viewer. That clothing is very adorable on her." Young Zoey Klein impresses on huge Clydesdale. Members of the Klein family who watched the TLC show the little couple marveled by Zoey's writing abilities not long ago. Jen Arnold recently posted a video of her dog, Tur strutting around atop a massive Clydesdale. Sadly, Viewers of the family-friendly TLC show The Little Couple haven't seen any new episodes since 2019. Following the cancellation of Little People, Big World after 25 seasons, the only surviving program for lovers of these types of shows on the network is 7 Little Johnstons. While many fans of The Little Couple acknowledge that seeing social media updates from Jen Arnold does not replace receiving episodes from a complete season of the show, it does provide a means for longtime viewers to stay informed about everything happening with this family. Horseback riding is a huge hobby for Zoey Klein, as any fan of The Little Couple worth their salt can tell you. She is also passionate about art, dance, and other things. Zoey even admitted in a recent vlog that Jen Arnold uploaded to YouTube that she had been playing around with cosmetics. Behind her mom's back, she even stole from her stash. Still, Zoey Klein finds immense joy in equestrian pursuits. Zoey is just as self-assured as ever in the video that her proud mom Jen Arnold posted to social media, in which she is shown riding a massive Clydesdale. Besides tweeting the video to her legions of Little Couple fans, Jen Arnold also asked, "Trail ride anyone?" Fans of The Little Couple had a lot to say about Zoey Klein's self-assured horse riding style. As many commenters on this update have noted, Zoey's riding skills are second to none, and her years of practice clearly paid off. In addition, for those who haven't been following the Klein family as closely over the past 3 years, Zoey's incredible growth is something that many TLC viewers still find hard to comprehend. Lots of people are curious to see what she does next because she is so busy with her numerous interests. Gorgeous horse, and Zoey has really come into her own as a writer, according to one commenter on The Little Couple. "I am blown away." Someone else wrote, "OMG, Zoey and the horse are both blessed and beautiful. Oh, how serene." Fans horrified by story about Zoey and the Christmas cards. Supporters of Dr. Jen and Bill Klein's show, The Little Couple, hardly find fault with them. The couple's parenting style, which they display on TLC with Will and Zoey, is actually rather popular. However, a lot of fans are now appalled. In a little video that Jen uploaded, her kid is shown holding a stack of Christmas cards. Consequently, why were fans so freaked out? We mentioned that these days, viewers see a happy, healthy, and adored Zoey. Adorable, her followers adored her joyful Christmas dance. It would appear that she is a very lucky young woman. Indeed, her parents' financial situation is rather satisfactory. They have a beautiful Florida house where they reside. In addition, their devoted following frequently spots them on fantastic vacations to theme parks and even other countries. Jen Arnold, the mother of The Little Couple, makes it clear that she wants her children to lead healthy lives, and it appeared to be the catalyst for many TLC viewers this week. The catalyst was Dr. Jen's Instagram post of a TikTok video with the speed bumps turned on. A plethora of Christmas cards were laid out for Zoey. Plus, "Holiday card mission impossible" was Dr. Jen's caption.